everyone, in today's video I'm checking out Hollywood Studios for my very first time, and I'm just gonna jump right into it and start with Star Wars Rise of the Resistance. I believe this ride came out a few years ago and it was the hot commodity. You needed a virtual queue just like Tron. However, they did do away with the virtual queue, so your best bet on getting on this ride without a long wait, go first thing in the morning. So that's exactly what we did.
Infiltrated a First Order Star Destroyer that is now headed to this system.
This ride is so immersive and the attention to detail is super impressive.
I have been tasked with getting you to Vakara.
Red 2, Blue 5, keep tight now. Let's get ready to make that jump to light speed on my mark.
It's mind-blowing to me just how far technology has come, because you don't feel like you're in a video game, you don't feel like you're watching graphics, but instead you feel like you're legitimately a part of the experience. Like, I felt like I lived in Star Wars. 10 out of 10, highly recommend this ride.
Then stay out of trouble.
Hey, you're not authorized. Wait, those are the prisoners. We have a breach in detention block 3.
Droids anyway.
Detention block breach. Prisoners not seen on level G.
The secret base. And then I will destroy you and the Resistance.
Really like cutting it close, don't you? Okay, you're clear.
As soon as I got out of Star Wars, I saw that Indiana Jones was about to perform, so I figured I'd check this out. If I'm being honest, I think Indiana Jones was just okay. I thought it was pretty cool that they showed you stunt work after the fact, but it did feel a little outdated, so I wouldn't be shocked if Disney eventually does away with this, only because I feel like, correct me if I'm wrong, once you've seen it once, you've seen it all. And I'm just comparing it to, there's an experience where you go and see Crush, the turtle from Finding Nemo. And even though it's technically the same show, it's a different experience every time because Crush interacts with the audience. So you never know what the audience is gonna say, what silly questions are gonna ask. So you can get a belly full of laughs each time you go see Crush the turtle. Whereas Indiana Jones, I don't think they switch it up at all. So I feel like once you've seen it once, it's kind of off your checklist. So overall, it was pretty neat, but I wouldn't be back. Next up on my adventurous to-do list is to ride the Slinky Dog Dash roller coaster. Yes, there's a more adventurous roller coaster, the Aerosmith Rock and Roller Coaster, I think it's called. That's a little above my thrill-seeking desires, so Slinky Dog Dash it was. I can't say enough positive reviews about this roller coaster. It's so fun, it's so smooth, there's so many different twists and turns and unexpected things. Like, out of nowhere, you stop and you're like, oh, that was a really, really quick ride. But lo and behold, there's a countdown and it shoots you off for a second time. I would definitely go on this roller coaster again, and I would recommend it for people of all ages. As long as you meet the height requirement, it's good for adults, kids, everybody alike. I might go as far as saying that this is my favorite roller coaster. So far of everything I've been on Disney, Slinky's where it's at. This is my favorite.
Our friendship will never die. You're gonna see it's our destiny. You got friends in me.
So we had some time before our lunch reservations at Primetime 50s Diner, I think it was called. So we stopped for a little snacky snack at this dinosaur ice cream place. My boyfriend got one of those Mickey ice cream chocolate bars. I did end up taking a bite of it. It's good, but I'm not really a Klondike bar type person, and it reminds me of a better version of the Klondike bar. Does that make sense? And afterwards, I decided to check out one of the Disney stores because my friend, when I was at Magic Kingdom, asked if I had gone in any of the stores, and I didn't. I was so overwhelmed that day, and there was so much to do and so much to see. I didn't even think about shopping and didn't even think about the stores. So I definitely made it a point to stop into one of these stores in Hollywood Studios. And I like the merchandise, but holy moly, the prices went up. It's crazy because since all the Disney stores around me has closed, the only time I'll look on Shop Disney is if there's a specific item I want and I kind of search for it and if it's on sale, and then I buy it, but I don't go just browsing. So when I saw ears for $45, backpacks for $88, I was just like, wow, times have changed. Inflation, my friends. Do you guys remember when like ears were 30 bucks and spirit jerseys were like 65 bucks? That's when I kind of got into Disney and all that. I know back in the day, I think spirit jerseys were like 55 or whatever. I wasn't into it by then, but 65, that's a great price for a spirit jersey. And I'll tell you what, it makes me appreciate the Disney Character Warehouse that much more, because you'll go there and you'll see a pair of ears for $7.99. You'll go there and see a spirit jersey listed at $75, but it's there for $25 or even $40. Those are great prices. So like, I can't justify paying these prices that these backpacks are at, that all this merchandise is at. So it's nice to window shop, but that's all I'll be doing today. I thought the Christmas merchandise was okay this year. I thought the plaid backpack was pretty nice looking, $78, which isn't as bad as some of the other products that were available. My fat inner child thought these were Cinnabons. Nope, turned it around, Star Wars, Princess Leia. And you want to talk about expensive? I was like, wow, a woven spirit jersey. That's such a neat idea. This is so cute and cozy. So I was like, let me see how much it's going for. Guys, $99. $100 before tax. I was like, huh, not that nice. The colors on the spirit jersey next to that woven one, super pretty. And as I checked out a bit more of their Christmas merchandise, I came across this green Loungefly right here. I noticed all the different characters on it and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. I turned to the side pocket and I'm like, woof, what happened to Alice's eyes over there? I don't know how that passed production. I don't know. Are people buying this bag? To me, her eyes just look completely wonky. And for 88 bucks, I'm like, yeah, no. At this point, I think I got my fill of merchandise browsing and it was time for our lunch reservation. So we went from here and headed over to Prime Time for our 50 themed and experience lunch. For those of you who don't know, you're supposed to get an experience while you eat here. It's supposed to be like eating at your grandma's house. They tell you no elbows on the table and they just do silly things along the way. However, our waitress didn't do any of that, so it was really disappointing. I was also kind of bummed that we didn't get to sit at the table with a TV right in front of you. Instead, we were kind of off to the side. I thought with reservations that would kind of solidify a table for you with one of those TVs, but I was wrong. We started out with an order of onion rings. It comes with horseradish sauce and also ketchup. If I'm being honest, these weren't good. I wouldn't recommend them. They were soggy, they were not crispy, and the horseradish sauce was bland, so that was really disappointing. Luckily though, for my main entree, the meatloaf was really good, the mashed potatoes were good. I even liked the green beans, even though they were a little bit salty, but I would get this again. I thought it had great texture, great flavor, tasted just like my grandma's meatloaf if she ever would have made it. And with that, that was our last to-do of the park. Bellies full, we decided to head back to the hotel. I definitely prefer doing the parks this way, where I go and experience what I'd like and then I leave and call it a day. I think if I pushed myself and did the whole full day just to get everything in all at once, I think I would leave with a migraine, not feeling well. So this point, I can actually just enjoy it as a vacation instead of a mission. One thing that's really awesome about the resort that we're staying at is the lake behind all the towers. You have a little circle app that you can walk around and see all these different animals. Like these are called Becky ducks. How amazing are they? We spent a couple hours out here and before you know it, it was time for dinner. So we went to Bayback Bar and Grill, which is one of the tower's restaurants. We decided we were going to start out with some nachos, then split a burger. But first, of course, I got to get myself a pina colada. I'm on vacation. And it tasted amazing, so that's always a plus. That's one thing about this spot. The food is all good. That queso, on point, guacamole, flavorful, even the salsa. 10 out of 10. I was highly impressed with this place. And I can't forget about the burger and fries. The fries were light and crispy. Burger was juicy. Overall, I was a happy camper. Alright guys, well thanks for hanging out with me today. If you want, feel free to like and subscribe. And until next time, bye friends.